Hi, you guys. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about how we see so many young girls crash out online over men. And let's talk about it. Why we need to stop seeing that, why it's so disappointing, and how do we fix that? So, I've been seeing quite a few people come online recently. And as frustrated as they are with dating and how men's been treating them, I think it's truly unfortunate how they come online to really voice their opinion. Because although we'd like to, relate to one another as people, I think it's also another conversation to have when we like, okay, I mean, yes, we see your problem. We see why you're upset. We understand why you're upset. However, sometimes it's just not worth it to come online and truly go off because a lot of times you probably just need to talk to a friend. You probably just need to talk to a friend and you're not seeing that you need to talk to a friend. So it makes it harder for you because you feel like the public can truly give you your opinion, but half of the time, like sometimes the public judge you the worst. The public judge you the worst. And honestly, you might just have to eat your losses. Honestly, you might just have to like eat your losses because sometimes there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do um, except just accept the situation. Except to just like accept the situation that you're in and just move along with it because the last thing you want to do is to give people more fuel to judge you, give people more fuel to ridicule you online and post comments. I mean, is it truly worth it for people to just like start, creating a narrative about who you are? Even though like that's not who you are, but because you are online discussing some of these things, it makes it a lot harder for people to like truly take you seriously. And and yeah, so when it comes to coming online, give your opinions. Welcome you guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if my microphone is on okay. Comment below, let me know if you guys can hear me. But yeah, so I'm talking about how like we need to stop crashing out over men online because it's really unfortunate to see. Um, Half of the time the men don't care. The men don't care. There's nothing he's gonna do. No amount of apology that he's gonna do will clearly wipe off all the embarrassment that you've done by posting the story online. So honestly, you might as well just not have posted it. Because even if he sees it, he probably gonna laugh at it because it's gonna be like, "Oh, look at her, poor little Tink Tink. She's so sad. Oh my god." That's how he's gonna be like. He's gonna be like, "Oh my god, she's online talking about me." Now you're gonna feed more into his ego because now he sees it as an issue. Well, not an issue, but now he's gonna see it as, "Oh my god, this girl cares so much to go online and talk about me." Ivy said, "We look alike." Hi, girl. Hey, twin. So it could be unfortunate to see, um, for well, as far as us as women to see it online, but to to the men that you crashing out about online, that's gonna feed more his ego. Like, oh yeah, I got her wrapped up around my finger. That's what's gonna look like. I can't see your picture unless you put me in your. Hold on. All right, not you taking my photo. It's so creepy. Okay, okay, we're being creepy. Got it. Weird and creepy. Okay, but anyway, so most of the time when you come online and start giving your story about other women, I mean about that man that treated you wrong, most times like he's not gonna see it that way. He's gonna see it as like you worshiping him. He's gonna see it as if like you care so much to come online to discuss him. That's what it's gonna look like. And sadly, men has this weird twisted mind that like because you're talking about them, that means you still care. And I'll be damned. I'll be damned if like I'm trying to find a resolution and this man, because it's so narc like, they want everything to be about them. Even though like I'm dying on the inside, but they want it to be about them. It's crazy. So I sometimes visit TikTok and I would see things about like women just posting and being angry. I mean, I feel you. I feel you, girl. I feel you. But truly, take it down. The man don't care. Half of the time, like he already moved on. He already moved on, and they just do their own thing, and nothing really gets resolved. And you just feel like you probably feel used. You probably feel like it didn't amount to what you wanted it to amount to. And sometimes that could be a harder pill to swallow. It's like, dang, I really give this person an opportunity and they truly disappointed me. Like they did not take it seriously. They completely violated my privacy. They completely violated my trust. They complete disappointment for one. And another thing too, like we be doing too much too fast. And I think that's where a lot of disappointments come is because like we feel like we give ourselves to this person, but half of the time like we give ourselves too early. Next thing you know, we feel some way that because it's not reciprocated as it should be. And that could be on us. That could be on us for sure to give in too early to some of these men. But literally, I just watched maybe like 2 weeks ago. I went live um on my desktop discussing this slim thick Kim going going off about this young rich boy that she met on TikTok, and because he was like flashy talking about what he got going on with like the plays he doing, because when I hear young rich boys, RYRN, to me that sounds like a scammer, right? Like people that flip money. So for me, anytime I hear about women crashing out over scammers, I just find that disappointing because there's so many different type of men out here that you shouldn't be focused on just those type of men who just look lit online. Half of the time, like they're not really lit. It's fake. It's imaginary. It's just for show. Most times, like whoever you see online being all flashy, being extra, they usually don't have money for real. They just they're just wanted to peacock that they have money, but
If you're having trouble deciding what
oops,
business
sorry,
to
hold
start
on.
with or to grow, I'm here to help.
Sorry about that. Um I had a video that was being exported this whole time. And it finally exported, so hold on. Let me save it. Let me save it to my computer. Mm, 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 mm. My laptop has 500 gigs. For some reason, I'm almost at my max, which is weird to think about that I'm at my max. So now I gotta move all these videos to the Google Drive because I don't have space on my computer. All right, so now that it's saved, let's do that. But yeah, what do you guys think about women that come online to crash out? Wh- What do you guys think of those type of women? Does it make sense most time? I don't. I'm not gonna come online. I will eat my losses and take them in stride. Like you would never know I had any losses in relationships. I'm taking it to my grave. Taking it to my grave. Taking it to my grave. Honestly, taking it to my grave. What? Mm-mm. I'm gonna die by my. I'm gonna die by my respect because no man should ever see me this upset. No man should ever see you this upset because they'll feel like they got you in the bag the moment you start showing them that you care too much. I don't know, like it's an ego trip, and I'll be damned if I give a man an ego trip. That's just me, though. That's just me. Like I just don't see me getting upset over. It could be because I'm older. It could be that, but honestly, over time, I think we should learn to do better. We should learn to do better. We should have some form of self respect. We should have some form of self love to know that, like, you deserve a lot more. You deserve some type of understanding that you need to grow as a person. Um, Most times, it's not on you to change. Hi, Katya. Most times, it's on the other person to change because they did you wrong. I'm pretty good, Katya. How are you? Oh yeah, but yeah, I just feel like it's disappointing to see a lot of women come online and really crash out over men that would not even give them $300, especially with that whole Slim Kim situation because she literally like put on she bought her own plane ticket, and then when she got there he wouldn't even let her come to his house, to the point where like she had to get her own hotel. He didn't even pay for the hotel. I just feel like that's so dis disrespectful. Me personally, I wouldn't have booked anything. I would not have booked any hotel, any airplane to go see a man. A man? Book your own airplane to go see a man? A man. A man in a different state, a different city than the state that you live in, which also has millions of people. That's just not computing to me. That just doesn't make any sense because like you no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Y'all can let me know if my mic is too loud or not. But honestly, I just feel like it's just a matter of self respect because you have all the options.
Ooh.
You have all the options possible in this world. Everyone has some type of oh, okay. Everyone has some type of pull. You can attract whoever is attracted to you. I don't think everyone is super ugly to the point where like they have no prospects at all. But to my opinion, any type of prospect that you would have would impact how you move along to the dating scene. So for someone who looked like Slim Thick Kim shouldn't have an issue getting men locally because she's not ugly. She's very shapely. She's beautiful, dark skinned woman. So I didn't see the point for her to go through all that trouble. And this is where we have this thin line of like, yeah, I'm showing interest, but you also don't want to look like you are a pick me either. There's a fine line between showing interest and then doing too much. And when you start doing too much, that's when you realize, oh my God, maybe I am being a pick me. And pick me's are never favorable because it always feels like you have more to lose than the other person because you are overextending yourself and you shouldn't be doing that much overextending yourself. And for the most part, I feel like a lot of women needs to really put into the time into understanding like my respect come first. My 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 reputation comes first. My livelihood comes first. My health comes first. Like just you come first, ma'am. Period. You come first at every single turn. Like don't let these men really like psychoanalyze you to the point where like you feel like you don't deserve a certain type of treatment. Everyone deserve whatever they feel like they deserve. You put whatever value on yourself that you feel like. Just don't put low value. Put as high value as you can on yourself because you are the person that truly can make a difference in your life. No one else can do so unless you choose to do so. So, in my opinion, for someone like Slim Kim, I think she really did not put enough value in herself to where like she felt like she had to go the extra mile to go to a different country, pay not country, go to a different state, pay her way there, knowing like the guy was really being finicky from the beginning. I just feel like that's too much work. And then on top of that too, like even recently, there's a girl that went viral recently talking about Future and how he quote unquote used her for the last 5 years. But I'm like, wait a minute, you've been okay with this treatment for 5 years. All of a sudden, like the last thing that happened, now you want to crash out online and go on and on and on about what's going on, what he did to you. Granted, you are hurt. Granted, I will listen to you. However, something like this needs to be spoken to a therapist. Don't come to us about it. Don't come to us to the point where like you screaming at the phone, you screaming at us. And then if we respond in the comments, then you make a follow-up video, then a follow-up video, then a follow-up video, then another follow-up video. Hence we have the whole Who the F That I Work For by Keita Rose. Because she just had to keep making more videos and make more videos and make more videos and the more you keep going, the more it just feels like you have a point to prove and you really don't. Because truthfully, we don't know you. We don't know you. You don't know me. So I don't have to tell you about my business. Honestly. No one deserves to know my business. No one deserves to like for me to go out of my way to tell y'all my business because it's still my business. It's my business to tell. So if I don't want to tell my business, that is my prerogative not tell my business. So honestly, get storage. I knew that was gonna happen. I guess it's cheaper. There's 200 gigs. I have a feeling I might do more. But yeah, what do you guys think? Should women be crashing out online over men? You know, like what they did to them, or like should we have a sisterhood about what happens to us so we can rely on one another? I'd like to know what you guys think because I foresee that being a true issue. Um, y'all tell me because I'm always good for drama, but I just feel like sometimes it might be a little too much. It might be a little too much. Me, I'm never posting about a man online. I barely post. I barely post about my relationship. You would never know if I'm in a relationship or not. Married, single, whatever. You would never know. There's no point. You don't need to know that. Unless I choose to create a separate channel, a separate couple channel, then that's what's going to be. But until then, it's zip, nada. So if someone did me wrong, you probably won't ever find out unless I choose to do a story time. But I've never done a story time. And I probably won't. I probably won't ever do a story time. Because that's not what this channel is about. That's not what we do here. On this channel, I review TV shows and movies based on relationships, and I also give relationship advice. Feel free to stick around and hang out. Subscribe to this channel. You know, if you like my message, I'm open to it. You know, what do you guys think about my message? Do you agree or disagree with me saying like we shouldn't be crashing out online? There goes my automatic spray. How's my sound, you guys? Do I sound okay? Do I sound okay? Is my sound too loud? Y'all can let me know if it is, because it can be fixed. If you guys can also hear my sound, uh, 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 uh. Oh, I have to get up, but no, I'm not gonna get up right now. I have to do this later. All right, so uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Welcome, 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 you guys. Who's just coming in? Who's just coming in? Comment below. Can you guys hear me? What do you guys think about tonight's topic? Do you feel like women needs to? Hey Flora, how you doing, girl? How's life going? You can join the live, I think. There should be a way for you to join if you'd like. But yeah, so today I'm talking about how women are crashing out online over men and how ridiculous it be, especially like that whole I am dream I think it's Dream Doll. The stripper that fell into this weird 5 year thing with Future, she's been crashing out real bad. I'm seeing a lot more of the crash outs lately. To me, I wouldn't even dare to come online and do that because I don't care for men like that. men are men are gonna be men, right? Men are gonna be men, and it's not much that we can do per se until they they become a better person. I don't think it's up to us to make them a better person. That's gonna be fearless. That's gonna be their own decision to prove to us that they are gonna be in our life for good. They're gonna treat us right. They're gonna make our life positively happy. But sometimes, they just don't. Disappointing. They just don't. So it's up to us to choose better, as they say. Choose better. Gotta choose better. So in the spirit of choosing better, I have seen where like a lot of people online would be like, "Well, you need to decenter men, decenter men." I think decentering men is the other side of the spectrum from crashing out to completely decentering men. But I can understand why you should decenter men because a lot of times a lot of women focus so much on men is that like they don't have a life on their own. They truly don't have a life, like their world revolve around men. Like when the next time they're gonna go on a date, when the next guy's gonna pay their bills, when the next time someone gives them a compliment. If they don't give them a compliment, they're gonna try to dress scampier to get compliments. Like they go out of their way to be the hottest girl in the room. Like they just be doing extra stuff. Like they'll step on someone else's girl just to prove a point, or like they'll sabotage another girl's relationship because they want that man that she's in a relationship with because he's treating her good. And she was like, well, I'm envious of what you got, so I'm going to take your man from you. They'll sleep with that man in the hopes of getting him to commit. But the thing is, like, that's not how men commit. It's not how men commit. Men commit for different reasons than we would commit to a man for. So giving coochie away is a form of like you doing too much, and you might need to decenter men for a while. Now, some women would like Princella would be like, okay, well, you need to decenter men, period, because men are so bad. Granted, they are, but you gotta have a reason for you to keep men around. You gotta have a reason why they need to be essential to your life, because most of the time you're not gonna find a good man. You're gonna find a nice man, but they are going to have some flaws, and I'm sure us women have flaws. So in the spirit of us having flaws, choose a man that's going to be beneficial for you. Beneficial can mean different things for different people. Beneficial can mean that he treats you nice, he takes you on dates, he caters to you, he massages your feet, he cooks for you. Some women can be like, well, he pays my bills, he bought me a G-Wagon, he take care of my hair and nails and my upkeep every month. We go to Cabo. We go on a trip every 3 months or so. We have like different ways of different women feeling like this is how some men should take care of them. But at least you should not receive the bare minimum at all. Bare minimum means like y'all don't go on dates at all. You don't get flowers. You don't get gifts. You don't get celebrated at all. Y'all don't even go outside. Y'all stay in the house. He wants you to come over only. Y'all only have sex. Y'all not publicly known. Like that's just you being used. You are being used. You are being used. That's just what it is. You are being used for bare minimum effort, and that's the least you can do. That is the last thing you need from a man to make you feel like, because that is just the bare minimum right there. Like, if he won't even give you birthday gifts, that man hates you. That man hates you. Like, forget Valentine's Day. Your birthday? The man missed your birthday? That's the worst. Like, you blocked. The men have nothing for you for your birthday, and y'all been cooling for a minute. Y'all been talking, possibly had sex, and he give you nothing for your birthday. That man don't like you. That man he actually hates you. If he knows your birthday from the beginning and he didn't give you anything, that man hates you. That man hates you for sure. Yeah, that's hatred right there. You can't tell me anything otherwise. I'm sorry. You can't tell me nothing otherwise. Like, another thing that could be seen as low effort is the fact that, like, he won't even pay for dates. Y'all go half on a date or something like that. Like, what's that? Like, why would you do that to yourself? I know we're so independent, but here's the thing, like, we have to let the man feel like a man. You have to let them feel like a man, because their ego is attached to money. Their ego is attached to finances. So the least you could do is let him do it. I allow men to spend money because it makes them feel good. I promise you it does. It makes them feel good knowing they're spending money, because at some point they'll realize that they have it to spend, right? So I'll let them spend it. Who am I to tell them no? No, let me pay. Let me use my money. You crazy as hell. You crazy as hell. What? No. Let that man spend his own money. He will feel good about himself that he can provide. He'll feel good about himself that he can do something for his woman. And honestly, the more you let him spend, the better. The more you let him spend, the better. Because he's investing. A man's pocket is close to his heart than sex is. Sex is second. They care about money, food, sex, and they're not in order. I think all three of them are about the same level: money, food, sex. And if you can give, and if he has all three, he's a happy man. If you give him consistent sex and he has a decent job and he gets food on the table, men are so simple. It's crazy. For the most part, that's the top three they need. You'll find like a needle in a haystack that actually want the other love languages, like quality time, words of affirmation. They like communication and stuff like that. But very rarely you'll find a man that likes to talk. It could be because they were raised around a lot of women. So they've learned to accustom themselves into talking a lot. Most men don't talk. If if we had a perfect world, most men would be mute. Honestly. Most men would be mute and have very little to talk about. Why do you think that they be around other men? Because they have more conversation with other men, because they feel more comfortable talking to other men. Even around other men, they barely talk either. Just being around that male presence, I don't know what it is. It's very gay. Very it's very gay, in my opinion. But I don't I can't judge them because I don't know all they do around other men. I know what women do around other women. It's a little. So I'm assuming the feeling I get from being around the other women is how they feel being around their homeboys, but I can't assume that because I'm not a man. So I'm not a man at all. So for me, because I know, I'm not going to talk about like I know the nature of men like Princella do, but I have an idea overall about how men act. So, in my opinion, crashing out online over men is just unnecessary. I don't think it's worth it. It's usually damaging to the person's self esteem, to the person's self respect. And most times they'll probably be at home sad because they're thinking about how this man used them for their own benefit and they got nothing out of it. I think most times like women get disappointed because they had nothing. They gain nothing in return, but the guy gained everything. So I think that's where like they feel like, oh my God, this man took advantage of me. But you just have to like list out everything you need ahead of time so you don't have to feel disappointed or you don't have to feel like the man took advantage of you because you checked off what you needed as well. So it has to be mutually beneficial. Half of the time, it's never mutually beneficial because most women don't even create the list of what they really want. It just they just feel like they need the simple things like someone to care about them, someone to like them, someone to find them attractive, someone who would actually treat them like a princess, and someone that it can feel comfortable around. And half of the time, that's just the basic. You need more than just the basics. And most girls be asking for the basic, and sometimes they don't even get the basics. And if I see I'm around someone who won't even give me the basics, I gotta go. If I'm not getting the basics, why am I keeping you around? There is no need for me to be around, sweetie. Baby, I gotta go. Got to go. I got to skedaddle. I got to go. There's no point in staying around because I have no reason to stay around. I have no reason to stay around because the man is disappointing me already. The disappointment be loud and the effort be quiet. The effort be real quiet. And that's how we get disappointed because men don't be doing enough. They just don't. They just be figuring out like how little can they give you and seeing how much can you accept. And the longer you accept things from men, the more they feel like, well, now she accepted my little bare minimum effort. There's no reason for me to keep going higher. But if you stop them in their tracks early, you could have a chance to gain more momentum. You could have a chance to gain more momentum. You could. You just have to be diligent. That's all. You just had to be diligent. That's the one. You just had to be diligent. Oh goodness. All right. How diligent do you want to be in dating? Did I do this one already? Taylor business plan. Let me see. Um, yep, did that. Hold on, hold on, hold on. For me, dating is crazy. I'm not gonna. I would never fully do a story dating story time. I'll probably do other stories time, but dating story time, nah, I'm taking that to the grave. The grave. You hear me? The grave. What is this? Had to overcome fear and doubt. I already did that one. How to leverage your corporate network. I did that one. How to build a jaw-dropping brand. I did that one. How to leverage your 9 to 5 skills. Okay, I did that. How to prepare to quit. Okay. How to craft a business plan. Did that. How to build a fearless mindset. How to discover. Okay, that's the last one. No, I did that. This idea. Okay, cool. Now they can all be closed down. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. But yeah, you guys, what do you guys think of everything I talk about tonight? All right, this is great for my first topic night. I'm glad I went live today. This was a first to do. I'll probably try to go live more often. So I have to see how this works. But this is cute. This was a vibe. All right, you guys, have a good night.